YouTube, Turtleags here, bringing you another AFK journey video. And finally, our Graveborn healer, the first one for the faction, Ludovic, has finally arrived. He is an S rank healer, and our objective today is to first summon him multiple times, bring him to Supreme Plus. I'll see if I can bring him EX10. I think I might have enough Temporal Essences for it. We'll do some, we'll go over his kit real quick, and then we'll play test him. People have already found him to be incredibly effective, comboed with Talene in order to achieve the highest Dream Realm score for King Croaker today. Additionally, he seems to be very powerful in AFK's in any sort of PvP because of his ability to stun enemies who are in the healing field. And the healing field tends to travel with the weakest ally, so this can be quite good with keeping your heroes alive, which might be enough to make him a very viable healer. And I do think that with his healing field being able to stun, he might have a niche role in AFK stage pushing. So we'll playtest those three today, or during this summoning session. And then of course afterwards, after this recording, I'll do more playtesting with him, and then I'll probably release another video later today or tomorrow, kind of summarizing the pros and cons of Ludovic and whether or not you should pull for him. So without further ado, let's go ahead and do the summoning. I've heard that a lot of people hit hard pity today, so I'm hoping that that is not me. Okay, it's actually looking like it might. Okay. So we're about 20 in. Okay, so we got kind of like a middle / early for him, so that's good. Walker, yeah. Dang, he looks really cool. Alright, sweet. I'm really gonna take a screenshot of this. Okay. Wreathed Eternalist. That's pretty cool. I have not beat the pity the last 9 or so pulls on limited banner. Feels bad, man. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Shreer. A lot of people on Discord have been hard pitying on him quite frequently. Hard pity is what I did, 7 copies all on pity. Oh my god, macroism. Okay. I wish there was an option to not get more acorns. Like get something else instead. Okay, so that's 20. Actually, technically this is like 25. I'm 3 heroes, excuse me, 3 heroes away from getting Supreme Plus for all my heroes. Hey Silver, good to see you. You're on YouTube right now. We're doing our summoning session. Okay, I think I'm about to hit hard pity for this. Ooh, we got a double. Okay, nice. So we hit hard pity on one and got an early on another. Okay. Yeah, the streamer luck is real, guys. Unethical. Agreed, I have way too many acorns just sitting in my bag. Yeah. Dang. Yeah, that's the second one. Oh, very nice. That's good, because I have fewer rate up tickets than normal, so hopefully nice. Okay, for the memories. Oh, okay, and I'm ready for this, so this is the pack in case you guys are curious. I do have a Discord channel if you guys aren't on it. I think all of you guys are in my Discord at this point, but for those of you who are just kind of lurking or stopping by, I do have a Discord channel, a gaming YouTube channel, and a travel YouTube channel. So those are the links if you want to join up. Okay, we'll go ahead and acquire this. Okay, so let's keep going here. So I think this should be about 15 in. Skip animations, no. Okay. So 29. Okay. So we're got 19 left in pity. Let's go. Thank you, Reggie. Ooh, okay, so this next one looks to be a hard pity. Yeah, because I think I have 9 left until hard pity. So this is hard pity. Good luck, Turtle. Thank you so much. Another double, right? I wish. Alright, so we've gotten 4 so far. Okay, we're at 39. Let's keep going. And how many copies of Ludovic do we need? I kind of forget. We've gotten so many A rank heroes that I forget how many it takes to get an S rank to Supreme Plus. 9? Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I can't remember. Yeah, we've gotten way too many A rank raid ups lately. Ooh, hard pity again. That's unfortunate. Okay, so this next one is hard pity. $8 or $7 if you buy the pack since it gives you 1. Got it. Okay. Alright, let me back out for a moment.
These flowers are for the eternal sufferers.
He's like a magician. That's pretty cool.
That familiar scent of flowers.
Oh, he uses acorns. That's good. Finally have someone to use acorns on. Okay, legendary plus. So we've gotten 5 copies of him so far. Ludovic increases his healing by 9 during battle. His healing will increase by an extra 2 when the Everbloom field accumulates a healing amount equal to 2,400 of his attack. Okay. Our acorns.
That familiar scent of flowers. That familiar scent of flowers.
Okay, exclusive equipment. Ephemeral berries. Every 2 times the Everbloom field absorbs nutrients through Lifeweaver's blooms, he will produce an ephemeral berry that explodes after a short delay, dealing 100% damage to enemies and restoring 130% HP for all allies within range. Cool. So he does damage and heals all allies within range. Hey, Amrisis, good to see you. The sentiment so far is Ludovic can kind of counter Aaron since pulling everyone together kind of benefits Ludovic. Ah, true. Okay. Supreme.
That familiar scent of flowers.
Okay, so actually we're almost done pulling on him. We just need 2 more. So that's good. But we'll increase by an extra 3. Okay, extra 4. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and bring his EX weapon up. So it seems like EX10 is the sweet spot. That's good. Good luck, mate. Thank you, Schreier. Thank you. I got like 50 summons. Wish me luck. Oh yeah, let's send some prages to Amrisis. There you go. Prage, yes. Ooh, okay, I'm a little bit short on temporal essences. Okay, I'll hold off on temporal essences for now because I also want to bring my Lumont to EX10 since I deficit push with him so much. So Alright, let's keep going. So we just need 2 more. If we can get 1 more early, that would be awesome. Oh, we got an early. Nice. Okay. You're like reverse Vulcan. Oh, really? Easy, guys. Just get better luck now. I've never seen that dude beat Pity. Oh, no.
Take me away.
Let's go. Yes, thank you, Reggie.
Eternity.
Sweet. Okay. Cool. So now we're at 40. Okay. So this is 10. Here's 20. Ooh, they might make us hit hard pity again. Let's see. 30. Okay, we hit hard pity for the last one. That's okay. It's our last one, so. Okay, so this is the hard pity. Alright, very cool. So let's go ahead and bring him to Supreme Plus and start playtesting him.
These flowers are that familiar scent.
Okay, sweet. Oh, I had 140 summons, not 50. I'm sleepy. Okay, that's good, that's good. Whenever an enemy steps into the Everbloom field, they will instantly take 120% damage and be stunned for 3 seconds. This effect can be triggered once for each enemy every 12 seconds. Ah, okay, so it's not as spammable as I would hope, but it's okay, still very good. Praise, yes. Okay, so now let's go over his kit. Just take a sip of water and then we'll do this. Alright, here we go. So, Eternal Serenity. This is his ultimate. Ludovic generates a field of Everblooms with a total healing amount equal to 1,200% of his current attack at his position, restoring HP for adjacent allies by up to 150% plus 10% per second. The Everbloom field will wither when its healing amount depletes, but will restore 100% per second and revive when the healing amount is full. Okay. Active. Ludovic moves the Everbloom field to a designated tile for it to release 3 healing waves, each restoring HP for all allies within 2 tiles by 110%. This takes effect even when the Everbloom field is withered. Got it. And as you level it up, the healing amount increases. Okay, so first skill, Lifeweaver's Bloom. Whenever a non-summoned enemy on the battlefield loses 40% of their HP, the Everbloom field will absorb 15% of their max HP up to 350% as nutrients to restore its healing amount. Active. Ludovic hurls Everblooms at the enemy with the highest accumulated damage dealt, making them lose HP equal to 40%. So this is based off caster's attack plus an extra 10% per second over the next 4 seconds. And that damage is increased. And I like how he targets the weakest enemy. That I can see how that can be quite helpful for picking up KOs. Potentially. Okay, so next ability, Ethereal Blooms. Ludovic moves the Everbloom field near the weakest ally and absorbs 9% plus 1% of the nearest non-summoned enemy's HP. Up to 250% to restore the Everbloom field's healing amount. Interesting. So it seems to me that Ludovic's kit is all about gaining nutrients from the enemies to keep his healing going with his field. And the field moves around to the nearest, to the weakest ally, which is pretty cool. Hero focus. Ludovic increases his healing by 14 during battle. His healing will increase by an extra 4 when, and this number, yeah, when the Everbloom field accumulates a healing amount equal to 2,400%. To fully understand this, we pretty much need to playtest him. Okay, so now for the EX weapon. If you just unlock his EX weapon, every 2 times the Everbloom field absorbs nutrients through Lifeweaver's blooms, he will produce an ephemeral berry that explodes after a short delay, dealing 100% damage to all enemies and restoring 130% HP for all allies within range, and then increases damage dealt to 110% and HP restored to 140%. Okay, so basically in a nutshell, more damage, more healing with the EX weapon. And if you unlock his EX10, permanently enhances the Everbloom field upon the first 4 times it absorbs nutrients, restoring its healing amount by 50% per second. This takes the effect even when the Everbloom field is withered. So if you want him to be an even better healer, you want to bring him EX10. Okay, and then the Supreme Plus ability I think is quite powerful. Whenever an enemy steps into the Everbloom field, they will instantly take 120% damage and be stunned for 3 seconds. The stun is important. This effect can be triggered once for each enemy every 12 seconds. Okay, and then finally the Season skill. Every 5 seconds increases the attack by 13%, haste by 11 for 3 seconds. For the ally who has dealt the most damage and has an HP ratio above 75%. So this seems to be like Haywin. Now, I don't know if this would stack with Haywin, but when you get him max level, increases attack by 20% and haste bonus by 18. So, at least for this season, it seems like he could be an offensive healer, even though it's not part of his main kit. So, very cool. Okay, so my initial impression is that I'm very hopeful that he can be viable in every single game mode. Let's give it a try. So let's go over to the Dream Realm boss. Now, earlier this morning, I did score a high score with this team right here. Let me show you. So this was the team that I use personally. Thorin to take the multiple one-hit KOs, Odie as a DPS, Smokey as an offensive healer, Talene as a damage dealer, and then Fresto as the tank who also provides damage mitigation as well as energy regeneration increase. You can combo him with manual ult Aeron 2, pulls enemy into the field every 12 seconds for a full team stun. Nice. Okay, we'll try that. And then this is the team that people are running now, where instead of, instead of Odie, you run Ludovic. Huh. That's very interesting. Wow. Wow, Ludovic can outdamage Odie. I see my Talene stonks rising, or maybe increasing the damage of Talene, because so this Talene did 14 bill, we'll remember that. So how much damage did my Talene do? 10. Okay, and that does make sense because my Talene, if memory serves me right, died 3 times over the course of the King Croaker fight. So if Ludovic is able to keep Talene from dying at all, then I can see how that would translate to increased damage. And I'm really surprised. So my Odie EX20 Paragon 1 did 11.8 bill, and his Paragon 2 did 10 bill. So 10 bill versus 11.8 bill. Wow, that's actually not that big of a difference. I'm really surprised. Yeah, I see my Talene stonks rising. Yes, Lilith. Give me more reasons to pull her. Yeah. Alright, so let's actually playtest that team. Now, this run should be a little more relatable in the sense that my Ludovic is only EX5. So this could be good. Maybe my Talene will still die if my Ludovic is only EX5. Okay, so Ludovic basically took the place of Odie in this battle. It's pretty big, isn't it? It's 3 bill. That's a very comfy number 1, yeah. Alright, so we're playtesting him now. Okay, let me slow this down a little bit. So we have the healing field going over to the weakest ally, which is Talene. And I don't think our Talene has died yet. Look at how healthy our Talene is. Usually he's on life support. Okay, yeah, and ooh, okay. Can we keep our Talene alive? It seems like so far she has not died yet. We're still at the 1 minute mark. And certainly running a double healer helps. Oh, and I do notice that the healing field does have an HP bar as well. Yeah, our Talene has not died yet. That's pretty cool. Yeah, our Talene's still alive with 36 seconds left. Wow. So that's good. So you don't, well, I might eat my words, but at least up until this point, our Talene hasn't died yet. So EX5 seems to be really good. Oh, our Talene died the first time. Okay. Smokey's on life support. Oh, Talene died a second time. Second time, actually? Okay. Oh, and she died a third time right about now. Yeah, 3 times now. Okay, Smokey is life support. Yeah, true. Alright, so 43.46 bills. So, as you can see here, with an EX5 Ludovic, we achieved 6 bill instead of 10 bill like they did, because they have an EX15 Paragon 1 or Paragon 2 Ludovic. But our Talene achieved the 14.4 bill score, so that tells me that it doesn't appear like Ludovic, it doesn't appear that Talene dying towards the very end affected the final score that much. +4 Talene, -4 Odie Ludovic, so it's about the same, right? Yeah, I think it's about, yeah, actually that's a good point. That's a good point. We actually didn't beat our previous score. So it seems that if you want to run Ludovic on Dream Realm pushing, you need him to be at least EX10, which makes a lot of sense. Okay, so now that we've tried that, let's go ahead and try him in regular arena. Should I pull this guy? If you have a Talene, then, and you are sweaty and want to push like really high score, then Ludovic makes sense. So, I mean, he serves 3 functions to my knowledge so far. Supreme Arena, for sure. Excuse me. Supreme Arena, regular arena, that's 1. Dream Realm, if you have Talene, that's 2. Greatborn Faction, that's 3. And then, I'm sorry, Greatborn Faction Tower, that's 3. And then I'm going to playtest him in deficit pushing. If I can clear at least 1 stage, then I think he's viable in deficit pushing, because I'm ranked 2 in my district for AFK stages. If Ludovic has some kind of movement ability that made him a bit more elusive, I could see the appeal, but his current state, he's not worth it. Yeah, he does stand still the entire time. He actually stood really far away from the enemies, which could be a good or a bad thing. It could be good because he isn't as prone to dying as, say, like Smokey, who you need to bring closer, right, in order for the enemies to get into the blue fog. Alright. So, let's go ahead and give this a try. We'll battle against... Try not to battle a guildmate. I think this could be good. Okay. So we're going against one of the best defenses in the game. Now, what we can try doing is running an Aaron team. So we'll go Thorin.
Must pay a price.
Yep. And then we will run. So people were saying that there was a combination where it was. Was it? Actually, I'll just play test both. It's fine. So we'll see which team is more effective. Oh yeah, that's right. It was like this, if I'm not mistaken. And then where is he? Okay.
The battlefield, a state of art.
All right, let's see how this turns out. Okay, wow. Ludovic, even at EX5, heals for a good amount. Okay, and this is where, yeah, this is the tiebreaker right here. So keeping our team alive. Ooh, okay. Nice. Easy. And mind you, against this defensive team, my win rate is sometimes 50-50 or less. So that's actually really good. All right, let's try him again. So this is regular arena, right? The tools are different. We don't have access to the season skills, which means that if I wanted to run this team in, say, like, with the Cascade spell, where we can pair up Ludovic and Haywin instead of Ludovic and Damien, then, the team building options could be slightly different for Ludovic. But that heal is pretty insane. Actually, with this kind of healing power, it makes me very comfortable going against an opposing Scarlita, because the opposing Scarlita, at very high investment, has the ability to send our units off the battlefield, right? But our heroes were pretty much topped up the entirety of the battle, which is pretty cool. Does that mean Rainier is less important now? I think Rainier is still very important. Yeah, but we're not really, when it comes to the very highest score, or the absolute highest score, Rainier is now viable in 2 out of 6 of the Dream Realm teams. But in practice, because most people won't have like Fresto, Scarlita, Talene, and Rainier all at the same time, like you won't own all 4 of them. So realistically, Rainier is the better choice, because to us, it's like summoning Exodia, right? In Yu-Gi-Oh, you need the combo pieces, which often are 2 to 3 Celestial or Hypogenes in the same team to achieve that high score. So you can't really say like, oh, Rainier's only viable in 2 out of the 6, because if you don't have all the combo pieces, Rainier by himself is the combo piece for you. You just won't score as high as like the Whales or Leviathans, which is, it is what it is. Making coffee and we can do geodes. Sounds good, Inkia. The Thorin, Talene, Ludo combos compounding healing. Yes. It seems to me that's the core. Yeah, Thorin is kind of like, extra damage potentially. Damien is just like a support healer. And I do agree with what some of you guys said in chat, where Ludovic is viable as like a support healer. He's like a primary healer, and then you run a secondary healer that provides some utility, such as Damien. Yeah. So for me personally, I think in regular arena, at least, Damien and Ludovic is the better combo, because Damien provides a lot more crowd control, and I think the crowd control of Damien plus the crowd control of Ludovic can lock down enemies and keep your heroes nice and healthy. That in combination with the confining spell. I mean, that's like 3 different ways to stun your enemies. Give me Talene. No, I'm even more impatient for Stargazer pulls. I know Schreier. Yeah, Rainier Mythic Plus is still by far best in slot for all boxing content, and he's very strong PvP uses too. Still gotta be number 1. Yeah, agreed. What if you had Talene's Halo over Ludovic? That could be good, but the thing is, Scarlita's our win condition. Like, okay, if hypothetically our Scarlita gets defeated, who's going to take down this opposing team, right? Ludovic's not going to. Talene might, but she will revive. She'll come back. So I'm of the opinion that the best receiver of Talene's revival is going to be Scarlita. She's our win condition, pretty much. So, all right. So here we have a different opposing team. This is actually a very good showcase. So this is the other defensive team that's very, very popular in my district. I think this team and the first team that we saw are the strongest teams, defensive teams right now in my district, District 8. Okay, so let's go ahead and give this a try. Good, because if just after starting to build Rainier, he would have been absolute. I might have left the game. Oh no. Yeah, no, Rainier's still very, very viable. Yeah, I mean, this is so good. Wow. The thing about Scarlita stalemates is that the team that is able to soften the enemies up the most, I mean, you see how Thorn X... Ooh, okay. That's unfortunate. Okay. Yeah, that's very unfortunate. Okay. So I guess in a situation like that, Ludovic being the receiver of the revival may have been better. But that was unfortunate. That was a Thorn X Slash plus Scarlita Yeet. And I was hoping that Ludovic would be able to survive both of that, but that was not to be the case. So, okay. So let's try that again. Okay, so let's try again against the first one. So I could try where he's the receiver of the revival. All right, let's give it a try. Ooh. That is not looking good, guys. So there's 2 problems with Ludovic being the receiver of the revival. First of all, well, I mean, I know it's my positioning too, but keep in mind when Talene... Oh, Talene revives, so maybe we have hope. Oh my god, this is going to end badly. Yeah, I think Scarlita's the better one for me personally. I could logic it out for you guys, but... Okay, so then let's move on to Supreme Arena. Okay, so... let's go ahead and attack Heya. Okay. This comp is definitely vulnerable to formation disruption, agreed. Okay, so... this is actually the first time I've attacked, so Let's see here. We could do this. What is this? Okay. And then team 1. Okay. Okay, so Damien. Well, I'm running Damien in that team. Okay, so we could, instead of Rowan, bring Ludovic. Yeah.
The battlefield, a state of art.
Okay, let's go ahead and give this a try. That's, okay, evocation. So the team we're paying attention to is number 1. This is Aaron versus Aaron. Oh, dear Lord, have mercy. Ooh. Oh, we won, guys. We won. Okay, second team. Moment of truth. So this is Dionnel versus Vala. If we can pick up a KO, that would be awesome. This is not looking good. Oh, we took out their Scarlita. Okay, so long as our Scarlita doesn't do anything stupid, then I think we're okay. Shoot. Okay, well maybe we still win. Oh dear Lord, have mercy. Okay. Oh, we won the second one. Yo, we sniped number 3. Igor meme incoming, yeah. Not to be had, denied. Alright, this is my favorite team. If we can 3-0 this guy, then I think we're definitely worthy of rank 3. So this is what everybody was saying. You know, Dionnel versus Burial. Alright, Dionnel. Meet your nightmare. Oh, we took out down Temesia. Took down Dionnel. Yeah. I have viewers every single day telling me Dionnel's better than Burial. What are you talking about? Alright, eat that. 3-0. Yeah, Dionnel overrated, guys. And my Burial's only EX10, not even Paragon 1. So, yep, Dionnel overrated. You saw it here on this video. I have 3 viewers every single day saying, Turtle, your ranking's wrong. Dionnel over Burial. Yeah, so... very cool. So as you can see here, Ludovic performed quite well in both regular arena as well as Supreme Arena. Very nice, very nice. Yeah, haha, satisfaction. Dionnel equals stinky, exactly. Yeah, Dionnel's overrated, guys. I mean, I run Dionnel too, but I run Dionnel the correct way, and my Dionnel's only EX10. Yeah, yeah. So that's how it goes. All right, so we've seen Ludovic perform well in the Dream Realm. Even at EX5, he at least tied for a score with my Odie. And then we've seen him perform well in Arena, Supreme Arena. So now we move on to deficit pushing. And this is going to be probably the most Monka, but let's try it. Let's try it. Let's actually level up our characters a little bit first. Hi Alf, good to see you. You're on YouTube. We're almost done playtesting him, at least for the summoning video. And of course I'll playtest him more afterwards. Alright, for what it's worth. Alright, cool. Not even wailing for plus 15, shake my head. I know. I'm trying to keep within my budget, and I've been very good about it, so. Yes, I'm trying to set an example for others to not not buy everything in this game, you know? Alright, so. Here is our traditional deficit pushing team. The way this team works is, you know, Aaron in combination with Olmus and Lumont. These two heroes are able to displace the enemies, which triggers Olmus's passive, which makes it so any enemies that are displaced are entangle bind for an additional 2 seconds, which means they cannot move or act. So very powerful. What I was thinking was that instead of Rowan, we run Ludovic. And the advantage to doing that is that Ludovic is an additional stunner who can help with keeping the enemies from doing what they want to do. Now, because I do manual, so it's entirely possible I may try to manual the enemies into Ludovic's healing field in order to get additional stuns. You prefer Lumont instead of Fresto? Yes. Yes, as a matter of fact, the reason why I'm keeping my Ludovic at EX5 is because I do have plans to EX10 my Lumont next. He is just really good with Olmus. And I just recently got Olmus to EX10 and haven't looked back. I've been pushing quite well. So let's go ahead and give this a try. And because I'm 100% manualing, so as you saw here, I deselected the widget in order to have full control over Aaron's first ultimate. So let's go ahead and do this. This is AFK stage pushing 101 in case you guys are curious. Hopefully I don't make a fool of myself. Let's see. Yeah, see when Lumont souffles them into the air, they get additional stuns. Or it triggers Olmus. Okay, into the field, right? Okay, our Aaron died. Ludovic died. Oh, that's a rip. Okay. Okay, let me try that again. All the Lumont non-believers. Yeah, exactly. I think not having EX10 Ludovic is kind of hurting us, but it's fine. Shoot. I think I deficit pushed a little too high. Okay, let's try the multi-stages. Yeah, I'm number 2 in my district for deficit pushing, so don't think like, oh, everyone died, Ludovic sucks at AFK stage pushing. That's not the case. These enemies are two-shotting my heroes sometimes, so... Alright. So, switching again, Rowan for Ludovic.
The battlefield, a state of art.
Okay, so that didn't work. Okay, I guess what I'll do, let's try without Ludovic. And we'll go with Rowan. Alright, well, let me just confirm that Rowan does perform better than Ludovic in terms of keeping people alive. Because right now I'm failing because my heroes are dying. And also, Rowan does give energy, so that's something that Ludovic cannot do. Okay, I guess that confirms it. So Ludovic is not as effective as Rowan for deficit stage pushing because Rowan, he gives energy and he does also burst heal like Ludovic does. Um, I mean, it's kind of an unfair comparison because I do need to bring Ludovic to EX10 to have even more healing. But because I'm a poor whale, so I don't have the temporal essences to do that. Alright, but let's try another stage. Maybe a stage that is a little more forgiving will allow us to use Ludovic. Let's see. Because we have the majority of Ludovic's kit, we just don't have as much heals. I have a 1570 geode, by the way. Oh, okay, alright. I'm about to wrap up this video. We'll just do one more replay or try. If it doesn't work, then it doesn't work. Yep. Okay, that's a rip. Okay, so I think the conclusion is that Ludovic at EX5 Supreme Plus is viable in Dream Realm in combination with Talene, and is very viable in regular arena as well as Supreme Arena. If you want to deficit push with him as well as achieve the absolute best score in Dream Realm, you might need to bring him to EX10 or higher. So, should you pull for him? I think if you have a Talene, or if you have not just a Talene, but you're also someone who is trying to, stay on the top, like you're trying to beat leaderboards and stuff, or maintain your leaderboard, then I think Ludovic could be quite good. He's also very viable theoretically in the Graveborn faction tower because his heals are actually quite bursty, and that's something that all of us have really struggled with not having in the Graveborn faction tower. So, anyways, do I think he is worth pulling? I think he is worth pulling. Even if you don't have Talene, at some point once you finish building Scarlita, once you finish building... Well, actually, if you don't have Talene, he might not be worth pulling, right? Because in the arena teams, we ran him with Talene as well. Okay. So if you have Talene, pull for him. If you don't have Talene, wait until he joins the regular banner. And hopefully by that time, you'll have finished your Rainier, your Scarlita, and your Foresto, and have started on Talene. You can pull on... As you're pulling on Talene, you can pull on Ludovic as well. So anyways, that's my initial impressions of Talene. I do like him as a healer. I'm probably more excited having him in my roster than, Ulsa or Soren. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next video.